Woo! Seems like it might have better luck. Setting it to stream to the internet versus your computer, or record to your computer, is a lot better. Oh, maybe I should quit my stream since Dwyran is going to. Seems like he might be doing it at the same time. Oops. Well, anyway, mine is going. I'll just do this real quick. It's a game between Cho Chikun and Takao Shinji. It's the 62nd NHK Cup and third round. I thought this was a pretty good game and pretty interesting, so I wanted to go over it real fast. It has really standard opening. It's probably an opening that everyone could relate to. They probably even played it on their own. Just really calm, all star points. Black approaches, white backs off. Black approaches, white backs off, and then black expands his framework. Very calm, very normal. I think that because of the time settings for the NHK series, it's broadcast on TV, so they have not a lot of time. So the games tend to be a lot more simpler, which is kind of the reason why I'm going over them, just because a bit easier for someone of my level to comprehend and review. So I hope you enjoy this. So white approaches to black's framework and immediately gets pincered. White jumps in the corner. Black blocks from the left side, which is great because he's already got this nice extension over here. White extends, black blocks the tiger's mouth. And then this is kind of a departure from the normal joseki where white just ascends. Instead, white pushes, which is a possible move, and I think white's just looking to create complications, create cut points, which we'll see he successfully does. Black pushes through and white blocks. Black cuts on the appropriate side. White blocks. Black cuts again. Ataris. And white takes. And the joseki continues to where black hane is here. White ataris. Black ataris. White takes. And then normally, well, not normally, black does need it. Black needs another response at 014. But it seems like Cho wanted to be a bit more aggressive, more kind of greedy, and he plays away, plays down at K4. So that's pretty big framework that black wants to get, and of course white doesn't want to allow that, so he immediately punishes. He cuts here. White backs off, or black backs off. White extends, and then black goes to save his two cutting stones, which looks great and everything, except that black has this very kind of bad shape here, and white immediately pokes at it. See what he can get. Black tries to come out, and still white immediately cuts. Now these black stones at the top, the Q17 stones, they're in quite a bit of trouble. And I was actually surprised the way this game went, because black just basically gives them up. Let's see here. You'll have to forgive me for my lack of preparation. There we go. Yeah. This was the move I thought it was. I just couldn't remember if it was for sure, and I wanted to make for sure get the right move here. So yeah, white successfully splits this group and takes these stones and gets pretty big profit, really big profit in the corner. I mean, is that 2, 4, 5 stones almost, about? I guess it just ends up being 4, but still 8 points plus 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So about 12 points in the corner. That's pretty big, especially in the opening. So black is definitely a little bit behind at this point, so he's got to play a bit more aggressive, so he expands his framework. And I just noticed that I played a bad move. This stone right here, C14, should actually be at D14. Let's see if I can. I don't know of a way to erase that without doing that whole branch. So we'll just have to continue on without that. Kind of amateurish of me, I guess. But oh well. Okay, so white comes back and attaches here. Black descends. White attaches. This move makes a little bit more sense when you realize that the C14 stone is actually at D14. White hanes, or black hanes. Man, I'm getting my colors all mixed up. White extends, black extends, and then white hanes here. Black cuts, but it seems like a bit of an overplay since he's got some weak points that he needs to worry about. And still, I mean, he's got this cutting point that he really needs to defend, and instead he just extends here. White doesn't, I don't know if he doesn't see it or if he wants to take care of his own position first. White just plays here, but I mean, if we play out this cut, you can see that obviously it doesn't work. This Atari doesn't work. Black stones will be captured. And say here, if with this Atari, black can, then white comes in and destroys black's territory. Not very good either. So maybe even, you know, dumping away like this, but still, or not, sorry, not like that. Like this, but still just Atari. And there's no problem. These stones, not in a lot of danger yet. He can just jump away. Very light too. But, so I'm not sure exactly why Takao Shinji didn't play this cut, but it seems really, really harsh. After white kind of fixes his own shape, black comes back and fixes his, and black covers. Black attaches to create some complications. White hane, and black crosscuts. This white stone is really messing me up. Sorry, I wish I had placed that correctly at D14. Now, it looks kind of weird with this crosscut, but at D14, it looks a lot better. White Atari's side, black extends, white extends, and then black comes out. White would have actually connected here, and this is really killing me. White connects, black jumps. This group has gotten really heavy, so black can't just let this group die. It's got to find a way to pull it out. Be way too much, just be game over if white or black was to lose these stones. So black is just trying to cut everywhere and create complications wherever he can. White keeps responding appropriately. And now black's got a little bit of attack on these center stones. White extends, black extends. And we just keep going across the board here. And then this is kind of interesting, whereas black over here had the bad shape. Now white is the one with the bad shape, and black pokes at it, forcing white to make bad shape again. I'm not sure that connecting it is probably worse shape, but it's still not good shape even like this. Black pushes more. Then white comes back here to see if he can start a capturing race for these black stones. Black Hanes put more pressure on these, and I am really bad at this because I've got too many stones here. Let's see if I can get rid of some. Sorry. How is that? I know, not even there. I am really bad. Okay, let's see here. Black pokes, white locks. Black extends, white comes back here. Black Hanes, white jumps. Now we're good. Okay. Then black reduces white's liberties this way, which I didn't really see it when I was going over the game the first time around, but this is really good for reducing liberties. White tries to go out. Black extends. White connects up to his two stones there. And then black throws in. Which, I watched this game on YouTube, and it's all in Japanese, and I don't speak Japanese, but the commentators were going over this, and it seemed like this may have been a bit premature, that if black had maybe had another move in this area, that he could have potentially killed this whole group. But at this point, white is got enough liberties to survive. And then from here, yeah, white cuts these stones off so that he can connect up his groups. It seemed like they were talking about, another move around here. This one, I can't remember exactly, but So black missed an opportunity to attack these stones better here. Don't ask me what it is, I'm not smart. I'm not good enough to find it on my own. And since I don't speak Japanese, I didn't understand the explanation. But it was still interesting to watch them go over it. So since that attack is done through, black takes Sente to play for this side. White keeps blocking. Black sends. Then white plays the bamboo joint. And black jumps out. It seems like, yeah, these groups are pretty well separated. These stoners seem like they're going to die, but don't underestimate professional players. They always seem to find a way to pull them out. Black tries to create some cut points, poking at all the places he can, and then cutting. I guess he figures, you know, since he gave up those black stones at the top, or in the middle here, or on the left, if he can get the corner, that would be really great. But it's not as simple as all that. White keeps up the pressure, as does black. All really good moves. And then this was kind of interesting. It's a real talent to know when to play away, when to stop fighting in a certain location and to play into Tanuki. But here, Cho Chikun does. And with his wall in the middle and his corner enclosure, this area looks pretty awesome. Not, you know, that it's going to all be his, but it's just, I mean, he's got a wall here, great influence in corner territory. I mean, that is really impressive. Next to his top territory, the game is interesting. If white could take these stones for sure, then I'm not sure, I can't count exactly, but it's probably still pretty even, but it feels a little bit better for black. And white must agree because he immediately tries to reduce, come in, black attaches, and then just to create a few little more complications, or maybe it's possibly just a time Suji to create some Aji. Then white invades, black blocks, white goes there, black tries to use some forcing moves, white Ataris, black threatens to cut, so white connects, Atari, and white ignores and comes down here. But still, I mean, this capture, while it is Sente, I love Takao Shinji's move here, where he just plays here, which is great. Obviously, black can't connect. Obviously, I mean, if I had been playing this game, I would have just captured here, and black could have potentially got an eye down here. But here, it's really, I mean, a professional move where it just kind of shows their skill level, not giving an inch, just really tight. So I thought that was pretty cool. Black comes back, attaches underneath, white extends, black blocks with a tiger's mouth, good shape, white hanes, black extends, and then white hanes over here. Black extends. White threatens to cut, which looks really scary to me. I mean, I'd hate to lose this group, but Black just plays a different way. He's not going to be forced into playing White's game. So White's got to look after his group down here, using all kinds of forcing moves to try and get eye shape. And then makes a ko. White extends. I'm not sure how this is a ko threat. Like I said, all this stuff is beyond me, but Black does answer, so must have been big enough of a threat that Black felt like he needed to answer. White takes back, and then this was, I thought, one that White would definitely answer, but he doesn't. He just finishes the ko. Black saves his stones, and yeah. I guess, yeah, White must have been running out of ko threats to be able to save this White group, so he gave up 2 stones, letting Black revive these Black stones, but then takes Sente to cut here, which seems awfully big. Black cuts here. White Ataris. Black connects. Oh no, he does not connect, sorry. Getting ahead of myself. Black threatens to cut here, which again I thought White would respond. Hey Nadas. Are you hearing me, or are you just watching the game? I don't expect a lot of people to pay attention to my streams, and honestly, this is mostly for me, so that I kind of forces me to review professional games and try and get a little bit more exposure to new play and different ideas and so on. But yeah. Yeah, it does look pretty close. So White just takes, which is kind of a trade. I mean, this Black's group down here doesn't have 2 eyes. Thanks to this move, he's only got a false eye here. Really can only get 1 more eye, so this group is pretty much dead. So it looks really big. Really kind of scary. And even Black stones in the middle still aren't connecting. This game was played, is it like, let me check real fast. January 18th. So, yeah. It's probably not very professional to switch screens during a cast, but oh well. I'm not a professional. So, yeah. Black gave up this group, so try and create some more complications, try and take this White group, which would be pretty big. White Hanes. And Black just ignores Anatari's here, saving this center group, which is really big. So it's a really close game. White even, Atari's back here, but Black doesn't respond. It's not going to give him a lot. This was the 62nd NHK. White comes in, Black just backs off. And there's no way for white to get two eyes here, so he just blocks the corner. Black plays some forcing moves to try and threaten to connect up. Threatening the corner. White comes back here. This, I don't know if you, Nadas, if you saw this or not, but this move is wrong. It's actually right here. I misplayed that. And then finally, black comes back and blocks here. White connects. And before connecting there, black plays a Sente endgame move here. White backs off. White comes in some more. Black blocks. Or white blocks, black connects. And so does black, so does white. Yeah, the top right corner does kind of look odd. White captured a big group there. Okay, well we're getting close to the end, so let's just speed this along. White Hane is over here. Black tries to cut through. White goes down. And this was another interesting position that the commentators tried to go over. This is pretty interesting. There's a lot of aji around here, a lot of cut points. I think the variation that they were looking at, black just plays here, but if we go back here and see if white, or if black wedges here, then it creates a little bit more aji. Now black can Atari here, white takes, and then black kills these stones, which probably would have been better for black in the game. White still got to, well, maybe, no, I'm missing something because there's a way to cut this off. Obviously, black doesn't want to let white connect up here and save these stones. So I'm missing something, but there was potential for black to capture these stones. But instead, he just plays here, white takes, and black comes over here. White erases the aji, and black comes Ataris here. After that, it's getting really close to the end game. Just a few small moves left. Making complications. And then there was too many cutting points over here, and black had to give up these 3 stones, which is really kind of sad because that's quite a lot in endgame. Hanes. White Ataris. Black comes down here. This looks weird because this stone is, like I've said a zillion times, C14 should be a D14, so that's not actually an Atari. White comes here. This B13, I mean, yeah, it is Sente, but this would have, I mean, that's a pretty big move as well. And considering the result that white won by 1.5 points, could have made it even closer. Black tries to get as much endgame as he can because it's so close. Just fighting over this last little bit here. And so this move doesn't really do anything. Black just fills, and that's the end of the game. So yeah, it was really close. With the D13 stone? Yeah, that was my fault. Misplaced stone at C14 should be at D14. But yeah, the end result was white by 1.5 points. So pretty close, pretty fun. I'm really liking this NHK series for my reviews. Yeah, I suck at reviews. I don't really care, but yeah.